That is my hometown. That is my
Thank
hometown.
you.
So
Thank
we're
you so much,
excited. We're
Maria.
excited. Hey, Pfizer, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you all doing? It's so good to see you all.
It's so good to have you here. It's so good. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. And Mamacita, good morning. How are you? I know we've been working hard, and I know over the weekend she was under the weather. So I'm hoping this morning is going to be a great day. And thank you for the message. I needed that. I really did. Wow, it's good to see you as always, as always. So I'm gonna take the mic around as we wait. We're hoping to kick off and we'll go through some housekeeping, but we just want to get to know each other. Yours truly, my name is Maria, and I'm your MC co-host together with my partner in crime, Mamacita, as I call her, but her real name is Monica. So everybody, you call her Monica, but I'm allowed to call her Mamacita. And I've done that for, oh, God knows, for over a decade. So she's given me the okay. But her real name is Monica Arango. She's my partner in crime. When I say partner in crime, we're like this. Okay. If Maria is not there, then you talk to Monica. If Monica is not there, you talk to me. And for Zimbabwe, it's so nice to see Mukai. I think we are humbled. She's been with us, rising, making great noise, and we're so proud of her. There's so much that happened, and we're just so happy. She's regional. I mean, she'll tell us a little about what's going on in her life, but we're excited to have you all. And Tam, it's been 15 years, and we're still counting. All the love to you. Our craziness. I said to Tam yesterday, how do we allow ourselves to do this? Mamacita, I think you were interceding yesterday because I was ready to throw in the towel. I was ready. I have to confess. Mamacita and Ruth, I love you guys. I have to acknowledge. I really have to acknowledge. And I thank you this morning for both your messages. So I need us to just take note of the words in Ruth's message to me this morning. 3 keywords stuck to me: endurance, encouragement, and unity. And Mamacita had to tell me to kind of be still. And she said, may the God of hope fill you all with joy and peace. And I think I needed to hear that this morning. Those of you that I reached out to yesterday, I needed to hear that. So I thank you, ladies. I really love you, and I thank you for sending those beautiful words, verses this morning. I think I needed to hear them. So that's why we're here. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. Thank you. So we're going to take the mic around. We all have a minute, and I'll start with Mukai. You have a minute so that I know everybody here, but not everybody knows each other. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so Miss Mukai, take it away.
Muted. Okay. Hello everyone. Good evening. Good morning. My name is Mukai Watendi Shiri. It means wake up believers, birds. Yes. My father was leader in the church, so he had to remind the believers to wake up. I think they were a bit sleeping. I am a teacher by profession, a mother of 2 beautiful girls. I'm a philanthropist at heart. Currently, I serve under Lions Clubs International. I am the global membership team coordinator for family and women. That's the portfolio I am running with this Lionistic year. And I'm a very passionate person about, helping and reaching out to the needy. I'm just so glad to be part of Hope for her. Glad to meet you all after such a long time. I haven't been on for a long time, but with God's grace, I'm back on full force. Thank you to Maria and Monica. I've known Monica also for quite a long time. Thank you so much, ladies. You have really empowered me, and I really envy your energy. Thank you. Have a blessed time. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, I love that. And I'm going to take this because we have a young activist. We love it when we have young energy in the house. And I want to say, Shirley, I see you're ready, baby. I'm so proud of you. I want to say this, and I want to acknowledge that we are so very, 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 very proud of you. And we want you to know that. We appreciate you, we love you, and we believe in you. So I know today you're going to rock. I know you are. I know you are going to rock today. So don't be afraid. We are going to be rooting for you. We're going to be cheering on you on. But I just want to say we are so proud of you. You've got so many aunties around the world. So that's a good thing. You've got many aunties around the world. So we're going to take up the mic to Shirley so she can officially introduce herself because she's going to be one of the speakers on our Girls' Voices Matter. So take it away, Shirley. Unmute yourself.
Thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Juma, an 11-year-old girl from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm excited to embark on the next chapter of my academic journey as I join junior secondary school next year. With a strong passion for science and a deep curiosity about the human body, I dream of becoming a doctor who makes a difference in people's lives. Thank you.
Wow. I love that. I love that. There's our doctor in the making, and you're such an inspiration. And I hope young girls, not only in Africa, but around the globe, will be able to hear your voices when you share your aspirations. My heart is full. My heart is full. When we have young voices who are standing in the gap and reminding us why we have to keep doing the work we are doing. So I'm going to keep taking the mic around. 1 minute each. Shirley just showed us how it's done. I'm going to take it to our keynote. And, Tam, it's been great. She's been doing this work for over 57 years. And I want us to acknowledge that. She's been doing this work for 57 years over and still counting. And I just want to honor and salute you this morning. I just love this woman. And we've been making some great noise over 15 years, and we get into good trouble. So it's good to see you. I say, bonjour, comment ça va? I know you're in Montreal, Quebec. Take it away. 1 minute for you. 1 minute for you, my sister, my love. Take it away.
Well, thank you for that. And I'm absolutely thrilled to be here. One of my very favorite things in the world is to be coming together like this that we can do now that we could never do before. Now we're connected globally. And I will for the rest of my life be so grateful for the chance to speak out together like this. And Maria, I just have to say, as we get this 16 days started, I don't know how you have done this, but you are just so amazing what you have been able to pull together. And I know you've had a few with you, Monica and others on the team, and everybody joining in. What a beautiful opening to this 16 days to be able to be here with you all. It's just it's just as I was saying, it's dream come true for me that we now have a global circle of women working together. And we know where we are, and we know how to reach each other. We know how to speak out together. And that's what we're doing today.
Wow, it's great. Tam, my heart is full. And when I see the faces that keep joining, we've got Kenya in the house, we've got our men champions in the house. I see Uncle Charles is here, as we fondly call him, all the way from Kakamega, Kenya. I want to acknowledge that. And I see Banja, she's part of us, she's part of the team. And we've been doing this with Banja for the past 5 years. We want to acknowledge that and say thank you. And it's not easy. So as I continue to take my mic around, because as people are trickling in, and I'm going to ask from Monica, if that's okay. We're going to try to shoot to start at 8:15. And then that way we allow more people to jump on. Is that okay? Do I get a thumbs up from everybody? I promise we're going to stay on schedule. I know we will. We can do this. And I just want everybody to acknowledge that it's okay. So I'm going to be taking the mic around. I'm going to be taking this around. And, you know, I mean, I want us to also meditate on the keyword unite, unite, unity, unity, hope. Those words. I want us to, if anything, what message are they sending? What vibes are they giving you? And later on, we'll ask if you can share in the chat what you're getting out of this morning so far as we continue to take the mic around. I'm going to go to Madame Monica. You know, she's my sister. I already said she's African, okay? I know originally she's from Colombia. She's in Edmonton, Alberta. And we've been making trouble for over a decade. And I tell you, she behaves more African. I behave more Colombian. So that's all right. Take it away, Mamacita. Take it away.
Good morning. Good morning. I feel a little bit with a sore throat, but let's do it. I believe that united we can do it. I believe that we have to fight one day and one help to each other at the time. I believe that God put us here not by individuals, but a community. I believe that we can do it together and that any decision and any word what we pronounce in any second is going to help us to be more united. And that is why we are here in these 16 days of activism. It's not just to take a time off, but it's to take the time to looking for solutions and to take decisions that is going to be with wisdom and with knowledge. That's it.
Wow, thank you so much, Mamacita. Thank you so much. I want everybody to feel encouraged. I want everybody to unite as we gather in this room. I want all the energies. Let's speak to each other. It's always nice. Sister Busaya, I see you. I mean, my heart, I just start smiling when I see, because we've been doing this with Sister Busaya and World Pulse Sisters. We've been doing this for 5 years. Can you imagine? And I'm counting. And I know God is going to bless us to keep counting as we add more value. Like Tam said, this is a sisterhood in the making that has been going, and the global sisterhood. That's what I see this morning or evening, wherever you are joining us. And I see Chido. Chido is joining us all the way from Harare, and she's going to be one of our keynoters. Hello, Chido. It gives me so much joy. If you're part of the team, I'm gonna skip you a bit so that we get to meet everybody else, right? Is that okay, ladies? Banja, Chido, if you guys can, you will share the platform last. Is that okay? Just give me a thumbs up, and we're gonna keep going. So, Sister Busaya, it's good to see you all the way from Nigeria, and Nigeria is in the house. So, take it away. I'm giving you 1 minute. 1 minute. I got 6 minutes to play, and in about 3 minutes, guess what? I'm going to be giving some housekeeping rules. But Sister Bisoya, come on, let's say hello. Everybody wants to hear your voice.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you, Samaria. Thank you for all you are doing. Hi, everyone. Sam, good to see you. Good to see your face. Looking great. I want to appreciate all of us around the world and all we are doing in our communities. And we will get there. Violence against women and girls, there will be a stop to it. We have that hope, and we keep pushing on. Thank you, everyone, for joining this year once again. It is my pleasure to be in our midst. Thank you.
Wow, we love you. We love you. Thank you. We salute you. Like you said, we just got to come together, speak in the collective, and I say we make some noise for a good cause. Violence against women, that's the pandemic that has no vaccine. And it's time, the time is now to raise our voices, let them echo through the oceans and the mountaintops and the hilltops and across the seas and the oceans. And we stand together as a collective to say, no, the time is up. The time is up. So I'm going to keep moving the mic. And, you know, Ruth is part of us. She's part of the team. She is the publisher in the house. I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. So if you have a burning story inside you and you are afraid to write it, just make sure you touch base with Ruth. But wow, she's another trailblazer. Just amazing, amazing giver with a big heart. But I just love Ruth to death. Got it to make us cross and meet when we did. And we're going to take this world together, this journey called life. So Ruth, I know you. Monica knows you. Others know you. But I feel everybody got to know who Ruth is. So take it away.
Good morning, everyone, or good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're joining from. My name is Ruth Snyder. I live in Alberta, Canada right now. I had the privilege of spending my early years in Southern Africa, in South Africa, Botswana, and went to school in Zimbabwe for 1 year. And I am so grateful that I get to help people share their stories through publishing their books. So yes, feel free to reach out to me. I am working on some projects to help people that don't have a lot of financial ability. So don't let money hold you back. We will make it happen. I believe that people need to be able to share their stories. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And let's continue to unite and share our stories.
And I see. Thank you, Ruth. Love you, Abigail. Love you so much. Lion Rumbi, I see you. And then I've got Aveen all the way from India. So we're going to take it like that. I see Rumbi there. If not, maybe she dropped. Okay, so I'm going to go to Aveen. Aveen, I hope I said your name right. Joining us all the way from India. So we're going to have Aveen and then Lion Ruby. Now I see you back on again. And we've got Catherine. And we're gonna stick there. Then my brothers, I'm gonna introduce you. So don't worry, we're getting there, and I'm almost there. So we're gonna quickly go through. Tell us where you just tell us a little bit. Take it away, Avin. Unmute yourself because there we go. Wonderful. Take
am
it
I
away.
audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. I am really sorry. I'm traveling at the moment.
That's okay.
I'm not sure if the network is working.
It's good.
I can't hear you. Maybe I'll just type it if that is all right.
Probably we're having a little bit of technical issues. So we're gonna dash to Lion Rumbi. Take it away. Just say hello to everybody and tell us where you are. And I see Sister Janice, you've just joined us. It's always a pleasure. Take it away, Lion Rumbi. I'm gonna keep moving with my mic. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna ask Sister Janice, Banja, Chido, and then we're gonna get to the men champions. Sister Janice, just say hi. We know you, but others don't know you. So if you unmute, if that's okay. Oh, Sister Janice, you need to unmute. Oh, she's muted. Mamacita, are you able to unmute her? Because she is muted. Ooh. Oh no. She's muted.
She has to unmute herself.
Okay. Linda, are you able to just send her a quick note to tell her she's muted? Then we'll move on to Catherine. Hello, Sister Catherine. Tell us where you're joining us from and welcome aboard. Okay, I don't know if people are having problems unmuting, but okay, that's going. Let's go, Sister Catherine.
Okay, hello?
Hi, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, yeah, I think my network is not so good. Okay, that's very good. I'm really so excited to hear about the 16 days and what we are doing for these 16 days. I'm joining you from Uganda. I'm in Kampala right now, and it's so rainy this side, so the network is not so very stable. But I'm really happy to be here and to hear from all of us on the great speakers for that day.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much. And finally, I'm going to say hello to everybody. We're about to start. And I'm going to say, without further ado, before I start the order of the day, I'm going to acknowledge our men champions all the way from Kakamega, Kenya. Right. And, you know, they promised me they've been wearing skirts for the past 5 years with us, walking this journey. And I tell you, I can't wait to share their work, the work that they're doing, how much they've reached into their community with very little resources. I want us to acknowledge that, with very little resources. But when you actually see their story unfold and what the work that they've been able to do the past 2-3 years, that tells you they're ready. They're saying, no longer are we going to stand on the sidelines and say it's okay. Business has changed. The order of business has changed in Kakamega. And we want to acknowledge you. So say, Charles, just say hello to everybody and so that we can get started.
Hello. How are you? This is the man in the skirts. Hello. I have quite a number of people here, of men champions, including the widows that we are serving also. So you are most welcome. I want to say, united, we make it all over the globe. And the globe is now a village. So I want to assure you that as we join together, united, we are going to make it. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Such wonderful words, such a wonderful reminder. And I know it's time to start, and I'm just ready. I'm ready. And I want to say, as an African woman, this is where we start the drum beat. And I want to pay homage to all my African sisters because I am African first. And I want to pay homage to all of you on this platform today. And my African brothers, I want to pay homage to you too, because nothing is greener than the green grass of home. And I, as I stand before you in your midst as your MC today, I want to remind you I am but one of you, but I wear many hats. I am a global citizen. I pay homage to my Canadian sisters and brothers because I do hold Canadian citizenship. And let alone, I want to give thanks to the land where I am and residing and resident of, which is the United States of America. And in that collective, I want to pay homage to all the three nationalities and the countries and the continents, the two continents. But however, as we are gathered here this morning on behalf of Hope for Her Global and all its global entities and our partners, all the collaborators that said yes to the call, we want to thank you. We want to say thank you for answering to the call and saying yes. This is our 5th year and we're not stopping. All of you have at any given time said yes. You have left your busy schedules and given time because you want to be part of the difference. You want to be part of the change that we all envision, a future where we all speak in one voice as a collective, but a future where women and girls will be seen as equals in this society, in the world that we live in, the world we call home. So I want to welcome you once again. And I greet you all in the Bantu languages. I'll say, Abari, Muzuri, Murishani, Makadi, Linjani, welcome. Bonjour, comment ça va? Our hearts are full. Our hearts are full. And I know, Mamacita, you have not been well. She spoke earlier on. Mm-hmm. We want to give thanks and praise even to those that may not believe, but believe in whatever spiritual realm you believe in. We want to give thanks because we all know whose we are. It's not our doing. It's not because we are perfect, but He leads and guides us. And to come together on this platform to speak in one voice. We embrace each other's differences, our nationalities, our religions, our creeds. But that's what makes us wonderful. This is what makes us beautiful. In unison, we speak out to say the time is now. No longer can we be bystanders. No longer can we allow on our clock femicide, sexual assault, domestic violence, emotional, psychological. We are saying the time is now and the time is up. But we're not saying it as silos. We're saying it in the spirit of Ubuntu, in the spirit of unity, in the spirit of hope. So I hope you are all encouraged and let the 16 days begin. Says we get ready to bring on our first keynoter. I want you to brace yourselves. Take a back step. Sit back. If you need to get some chai or tea or coffee, please do that this moment. You've got 1 minute to do that. Get yourself comfortable because the train is about to take off. And if you're an African sister with me, this is where we begin. Because if we had the drum, we could have been beating the drum right now. But I want us to ululate, let the world know that we are about to start. So you can open your mics. If you can whistle, you can ululate to mark the start and the beginning of the 16 days of activism where we stand together in one voice, in unison, in the collective, to say no to gender-based violence against women and girls. Please open your mics and whistle and ululate because the drum beat has just started.
All right.
I'm not hearing African women. Okay. Come on now. We got to ululate. Open your mics. And I want to hear you clap. I want to hear the men whistle because we have started. That's better. That's it. That's better. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Sister Monica, so housekeeping rules, please, we'll ask all of you to mute your mics. And if you find that your video, you can also shut your video off so that we don't lag. But as we brace ourselves, and I'm about to introduce to you Sister Tamarack. She's no stranger. So I want everybody to get ready. Get ready for one. Tamarack, today I'll do the honors where I don't read off your biography because I feel words sometimes can be cheap, but I'll speak from the heart as I introduce you to the global circle of wisdom and sisterhood and brotherhood. Tamarack, she's Canadian. You all know that.
Yes.
Born in Ottawa, am I right, Tam? But this is the interesting thing. And she, from birth, has always been different. The rebel born at birth. But her vision, and I want us to understand this, for the past 57 years, even older than some of us, Tamarack has been fighting
Yes.
to ensure that
Yeah.
women's concerns from the vulnerable and marginalized communities are heard. She has worn so many hats, played so many roles. She has often got into good trouble and bad trouble, all for a good cause. Tamarack is linked and is an ambassador of a sisterhood. I call it the Global Mosaic, World Pulse. In it, she has met sisters from around the globe, from over 150 countries, with over 100,000 women in the collective. But she keeps working and making a difference. And she has not stopped. She has traveled around Canada far and wide. When I say our journey stems over 15 years, I'm not kidding. She's come to Alberta, which is Western Canada. She spends time in the woods with over 500 women coming from the First Nations. So she's no stranger to any voice that speaks change. So I want us to acknowledge, and if we can just open our mics and just clap for Miss Tamarack Verrall as she comes and takes the stage.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Mama, we love you.
Damn.
It's so wonderful to be here, and thank you, Maria, for that beautiful introduction.
Yeah.
Like
That's a clap
everybody
from Kenya.
like everyone here, I live to see a global world where women and girls are respected. And this morning, I just have to say that I'm bringing World Pulse into the room. Maria, thank you for mentioning it. For those who aren't aware, that we are 80,000 from 227 countries working together, and this connection now that has been growing over some years now with everybody here has just made it all the more powerful. But I'm mentioning it also because at 10 o'clock I have to leave because I'm chairing another meeting for World Pulse, and so I'm not able to stay for the whole day. And I wanted you to understand that I'm sorry for that. But there's nothing we can do about it. We're here right now, and I've been invited to read one of my poems, and I'm grateful to be able to do that, because one of the things that we are here to do is to name what needs to change, and also to celebrate that we are here together, making that change happen. So this poem is called Until. Until girls are not killed at birth for being girls. Until we're welcomed for the gifts that we are. Until every girl goes to school. No more attacks from uncles, brothers, cousins, fathers, grandfathers, strangers. No more keeping us indoors. Until forced marriages end. No more selling, no more indentured labor, no more telling us what to wear. Until there's no more violence, no more beating up, no more rape. Until there's no more acid thrown in faces, no more honor killing, no more cutting, no more girls screaming in pain. Until no more hot rocks are pushed against budding breasts, no more breast ironing by mothers out of fear for their daughters becoming women. Until we are cherished, respected, safe from the fear that some man will rape us, will rape her, without fear that I will, that she will, that they will disappear tomorrow and be discovered dead in a river, in a barn, in a brothel somewhere far away from home, or in her home. until womanhood is held sacred and every girl has what she needs when she bleeds, until untouchable is a word of the past and seclusion is chosen, never forced, and until old women are free of forced mourning in mourning huts, until no woman loses her home and land when a husband dies, until no woman is forced to marry his brother or lead a secluded life or a life on the street, or pushed into a ditch to die in fire, labeled a witch, until women live freely and safely with dignity, until there's no more ridiculing of young single mothers, scathing rebukes for loving without knowledge, for birthing without health care, for mothering without community, until girls do not disappear into slavery, until there's no more pornography, no more taunting words and grabbing and threats for being alone on a walk, for being alone on the way to school, on the way to work, on the way to friends, on the way to meet a lover, on the way to read a book in the park, on the way to drive a car, on the way to do whatever we want with our days, our evenings, our nights, until we have the time and space and liberty to write and speak and meet, until all women speakers and journalists in jails are freed, until we are not held captive and tortured for speaking the same words as these, until our words are free and heard, until this world built on violence and corruption, selfishness and squandering, money hoarded offshore is brought back to the communities it's stolen from, distributed to the people who mined those mines, the farmers who fed their communities, to the schools, the hospitals, until poverty is ended, medicine available, until people and animals are not dying from chemicals in our water and land and endless wars over wealth, while we witness the ruination of our magnificent earth, until the truth of what women have done and do is known, until our wisdom and beauty is understood, until women emerge from these lives imprisoned and controlled, these containing of our spirits, the forced silence of our graves, until every girl grows up strong and free, her opinions heard, until we have the time and space and liberty to write and speak and meet, until we form new leadership for this world, until the brilliance of our leadership soars, our writing of history, the truth of the past, the truth of now, the emergence of visionary ideas, connected with each other globally, celebrating each step forward until every woman lives free, and then until. So that's naming it. We're here to name what's still not changed, that some of us, the circle that I've been working with for all of these years, are still waiting for promises broken. But I also want to read you a shorter poem, but one that followed the naming of what we are all working about, working to change. And this is called We Are Rising. We're rising. We are rising. Now our voices carry on the winds across the oceans, on the wings of the birds, by the sound of our drums, by the beat of our hearts, by the sound of our feet dancing on this earth, we are rising. We're calling out to sisters, and our sisters call out answers, and we know we're rising. We know what's possible, and we know what's needed, and we know that with each other, our voices vibrate with our fury, and our fury is the healing, and our fury is what's needed. Our voices vibrate with our joy that we now have each other, and our drums send out the message. Our drums are now connected, and we dance this dance together. We're here for each other. We're here with each other. We're here to make this happen. We are rising. We are rising. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. It means everything to me that we have a global sisterhood now.
No words. Barely, for those that know me, I always have a word or two, but we are left to remember until. And we answer back and call back and say, the time is up. The time is now. Thank you, Tam, for embedding that.
We have each other.
Thank you for reminding us that we are each other's keepers. We are each other's sisters. And together we rise. Together we can. So moving on. You know, this year, one of the things I say, whatever God has blessed me with, the next conversations are going to be highly intergenerational. Our youngest speaker today is going to be 11 years old. But today we're moving on. Often than not, we get the Gen Zs, the millennials. We've got it all today. We've got it all. So moving on, I have to introduce our second keynoter. She's no stranger to me, and I'm honored to say when one of my own stands in the gap, I can only be filled with so much pride. But Varaidzo Mbanga, she is a legal advisor of Hope for Her Global, but she is an accomplished LLB law graduate and a distinguished immigration consultant. She is a Forbes Africa 30 under 30 alumna. She is celebrated for her brilliant legal mind, intelligence, and unwavering enthusiasm. Varaidzo's dedication and hard work position her as a future leader of Africa with a passion for driving positive change on the continent. Allow me to bring to you Varaidzo Mbanga, all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa. We pay homage to Zimbabwe, born in Zimbabwe. Take it away.
Thank you. I don't know if I'm going to top up what Tammy said, but look, I'm going to give my best, and I'm going to take a more different approach in what I'm going to be speaking about today, mostly about the policies, the background, and where we're coming from with regard to why we're doing this, gender-based violence awareness and everything. So wish me luck. All right. It's an honor and a solemn responsibility to stand before you today as we gather for the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. This year's theme, United for Change, Ending Gender-Based Violence Together, calls on all of us, individuals, communities, and nations to take collective action against a pandemic that continues to erode the dignity, safety, and rights of millions across the globe. It's not just a woman issue, it's a human issue. The statistics are staggering. Globally, 1 in 3 women experience physical or sexual violence in their lifetime, often from someone they know and trust. This is not just a number. These are mothers, daughters, sisters, and friends whose lives are shattered by an act of violence rooted in systems of inequality and oppression. Yet gender-based violence is not confined to anyone, region, culture, or class. It transcends borders, affects people of all genders, and manifests in various forms: physical abuse, sexual harassment, human trafficking, forced marriages, and more. Its pervasive nature demands a united, multifaceted response. Ending gender-based violence is not something one organization, government, or an individual can achieve alone. It requires a collective effort, united for change. But what does unity look like in this context? It means community responsibility, policy and advocacy, engaging men and boys, economic empowerment, and breaking the silence. I'm going to look at all these things one by one and describe them. Community responsibility means unity begins in our homes and communities. We must foster environments where survivors feel supportive, where silence is broken, and where accountability is demanded of perpetrators. Communities must be the first line of defense, challenging harmful norms and addressing violence at its roots. When we look at the policy, Governments and policymakers have a crucial role to play in establishing laws and systems that protect victims and punish offenders. However, these laws must be enforced consistently and equitably. Advocacy groups, NGOs, and activists are key in holding leaders accountable and ensuring survivors' voices are heard. When we engage with men and boys, for too long the conversation around gender-based violence has excluded the critical group, which is men and boys. If we are to end GBV, we must bring them into the conversation as allies, not as bystanders. Educating young men about respect, consent, and healthy relationships is fundamental to dismantling the toxic masculinity that perpetrates violence. With economic empowerment, we must also address the economic inequality that traps many survivors in cycles of abuse. Empowering women and marginalized groups economically gives them the resources to escape abusive environments and to rebuild their lives. And finally, breaking the silence. A critical step in fighting GBV is breaking the silence. Silence enables violence to thrive. We must encourage survivors to speak out, but more importantly, we must create a culture where they are believed, supported, and protected when they do. To the survivors who are present today, I want you to know you're not alone. Your courage is the foundation of this movement. And to the advocates, social workers, and leaders in the room, your work is invaluable. You are the lifeline for many who feel invisible and unheard. Our role as the youth and in the use of tech, I'm inspired by the energy and innovation that young people bring to this fight. Technology has become a powerful tool in amplifying the voices of survivors and educating the masses. Social media campaigns, virtual counseling, and awareness apps are changing how we engage with these issues. We need to use these tools to challenge harmful narratives and inspire action. We need to imagine a world where no child grows up fearing abuse, where women walk freely without fear of harassment, and where survivors are met with compassion, not judgment. This is the world we are fighting for, a world where gender-based violence is not normalized but eradicated. To achieve this vision, we must work together. Unity is not just an ideal, it is a necessity. Governments must enforce justice, communities must offer support, and individuals must commit to change. Every action counts. As we move forward in these 16 days of activism, let us remember activism is not confined to 2 weeks on the calendar. It is a daily commitment. Each conversation we have, each policy we fight for, and each survivor we support brings us closer to a world free of violence. So we need to unite for change. Let us end the gender-based violence together. Thank you.
Thank you, V, as I call her. I couldn't be more proud. You know how quickly they grow. What choice do they have? What choice do they have? All they know, they are born to be part of the change that they want to see in this world. So I'm humbled when I see the work that you aspire to do and the voice of change that you're becoming. I can only sit back and enjoy the walk. So thank you. Thank you. We are moving on. Now we bring to you the director of our youth for youth globally, for Hope for Her Global, Chido Vongaishe Angeline Mbanga, director for youth. She is a multifaceted young woman of many talents, yet some yet to be discovered. To some, she is a daughter, sister, niece, but she's certainly not limited to any one label. In her own words, she says, I grow more into myself every day. She is a published author, a lover of learning, and hoping one day she can take part in changing the global economy, given that her background is in economics and finance. And she joins us all the way from Harare, Zimbabwe. So without further ado, I will bring on Chido.
Hello, everyone.
Are you able to show your face on camera or not? But we understand because I know with network blues, but Chido is joining us all the way from Harare. And Mamacita, do I have access to sharing as well? If she cannot showcase her, oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Chido.
I think I might be able to share, but my network was dropping earlier, so I don't know if it will drop during my presentation. Am I able to get the
Mamacita, can we let Chido, can we give her access to sharing? Okay, wonderful. Okay, go ahead.
It is. It's open for sharing.
Sorry, just a moment.
Okay, because you are muted. Okay, let's see. Let's see on my end. If I'm able to share your presentation, then you can keep going. Is that okay? Let's see.
But she can share the presentation.
Are you able to see it? Mamacita, confirm if you can see it.
Yes, I can see it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So you can just be guiding me on my end. So we'll welcome Chido once again. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to be just going through a presentation I prepared today for this 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. My theme is going to be recommitment, accountability, and resourcing, mobilizing for a future free from gender-based violence. Could we make it full screen?
Maria, can you do us a presentation?
Give us a second. If that's okay.
Well, I can read it through mine and then you can shift it as I go along.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Welcome to the opening of 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence, an annual campaign for profound significance. This initiative bridges critical days between November 25, the International Day of Elimination of Violence Against Women, and December 10th, Human Rights Day. It symbolizes the urgency for ending one of the most pervasive breaches of human rights, violence against women and girls. Women and girls' rights are human rights and should be treated as such. We must use our voices, be loud, bold, and unwavering in our call to action on having a future free of gender-based violence. Gender-based violence is a global crisis. Globally, 1 in 3 women have experienced physical or sexual violence in their lifetime. 5 women or girls are killed every hour by someone in their own family. And this was earlier mentioned by Varaidzo. Digital spaces have also become the latest unsafe space, with online violence affecting 16% to 58% of women, especially younger generations. Intersexuality. Marginalized groups, women of color, LGBTQI individuals, refugees, and women with disabilities face compounded vulnerabilities. And it is important for us all to come together to end violence against women and girls. And it's important for us to make a plan of action that we followed throughout the various years. Why does this matter now? Violence against women has never been acceptable. It is unfortunate it is still a prevalent issue, and it is up to us to continue doing the work and demanding that eradication of gender-based violence. The 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development urges us to eradicate violence against women. Despite progress, we face setbacks with underfunded women's rights movements and persistent social norms normalizing violence. Emerging crises, conflicts, climate change, and economic instability amplify the risks for women worldwide. Our path to change should include renewing commitments to international conventions and national action plans, strengthening law enforcement and justice systems, ensuring perpetrators are held accountable, prioritizing funding for women's rights organizations, grassroots campaigns, and survivor support systems. We also have to transform our society. Respect for women framework. Violence against women is preventable. The Respect Women framework outlines evidence-based strategies that work, survivor-centered approaches, ensuring dignity and safety, education initiatives to challenge harmful masculinities, and whole of society efforts, including the private sector and civil society. Importantly, feminist movements remain the backbone of progress. There are various movements that continue to show the power of grassroots advocacy to push for justice and policy reform. It is important to honor the voices of survivors. Our voices matter. We cannot be silenced. It is too often where women and girls are treated as though they have nothing to say that is valid. As we amplify advocacy, we must focus on survivor voices with respect and urgency. Their stories must not go untold. Survivor-led initiatives empower communities and break cycles of violence. A call to action. It is important for all of us to be allies, advocate for survivors, and reject harmful norms. Support campaigns, join dialogues, and raise awareness. Use digital platforms to amplify the messages, counter online violence, and inspire youth involvement. It is up to the young and the upcoming generations to continue the fight to end gender-based violence. The work to be done is bigger than these 16 days. Let these 16 days light a flame of sustained effort and continuous hard work to create a world where women and girls live free from fear. We must hold ourselves accountable. We must not cover up acts of violence. Significant and lasting change is a must for a better future. The road ahead is challenging, but the past has shown us there is power in collective action. We must focus on leading with determination, compassion, and courage. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chido. Thank you. We love technology, and we finally have her beautiful, well done presentation. And we will, with her permission, we will be sharing the link so that you can also use it as a resource. That's the beauty about what we do. We also want you to be able to take away with you some resources that you'll be able to use in your organizations, communities, etc. As we are going on honoring the young voices, our doctor to be, as I'd like to call her, and I met her this morning or this evening on this day, she does us proud. That gives us hope, and it encourages us to keep doing the work that we are doing, because it is for their future that this fight has to continue. We want Shirley and many others like her who have dreams, big dreams that scare all of us, but they're brave to partake their dreams and believe in their dreams. We want them to be able to be recognized for their excellence and their potential and become the best versions of what they're supposed to be. If she's destined to be a doctor as she aspires to become one, we want to ensure that Shirley will have a place in the sun and that she becomes the best doctor that she is destined to be. So allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you Shirley Juma, who is our youngest speaker today, all the way from Nairobi, Kenya. Shirley, in her own words, said she is excited to embark on the next chapter of her academic life as she joins junior secondary school next year. She has a strong passion for science and a deep curiosity about the human body. Her dream is to become a doctor who makes a difference in people's lives. She just completed her primary school education, participating in school activities that encourage teamwork and critical thinking. And she believes these are important skills for her future. She says in her own words, I am committed to learning and growing and helping others. My mission is to contribute to society by promoting health and well-being while staying grounded in values like compassion, perseverance, and responsibility. In her spare time, she enjoys reading storybooks, science magazines, spending time outdoors, exploring nature with her family and friends. Her short-term goals include to excel in junior secondary school, particularly in science subjects, and develop a strong foundation for her studies. In long term, she hopes to join medical school and specialize in pediatric care to help children lead healthy lives. She has a personal brand. I am a young, determined learner with a curious mind and a big heart. My enthusiasm for knowledge and passion for helping others define who I am and who I aspire to be. All the way from Nairobi, Kenya, I call upon Shirley Juma, our youngest speaker today. And just note again, born in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, but raised in Nairobi, Kenya. Who says you cannot be global, even within the region? And Shirley's just about to show us that. It's your time, Shirley. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shirley Juma from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm an 11-year-old girl, and I am honored to stand here today as a young voice representing the next generation in this important campaign, 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence. Every day, millions of girls and women face violence, discrimination, and inequality simply because of their gender. But today, and for the next 16 days, we come together to demand change. We are here to speak out, raise awareness, and inspire action to end this injustice. As a young girl, I believe we all have a role to play. Whether in our homes, schools, or communities, we must challenge harmful traditions and support those who suffer in silence. Let us work toward a world where every girl can dream, live, and thrive without fear. Today is not just about speaking out, it's about committing to real action. Together, we can build a safer, more equal future. Let these 16 days ignite the passion for change that lasts every single day for the year. Thank you, and let's make a difference together.
Wow. Like I said, when the young speak, that means we have to manifest. And if anything can challenge you today, remember we want Shirley to be able to rise like an eagle. We want Shirley to be the next best pediatrician in Africa. So this fight is not just for you and I, but it is for the young Shirleys that aspire to be the best that they're supposed to be. So we cannot shout, we cannot beat the drum loud enough. The time is now. And I move on to Ghana. The young voices. I hope Edna, Hervie, you are here joining us, hopefully all the way from Accra, Ghana. Is she here?
Hi,
Is
Maria.
Edna here?
There's a time difference between us and Ghana. So by the time she'll be joining, will be 2 hours later, which will be out. So basically, we have.
So there was.
Yeah, we'll be spotlighting Shirley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can go ahead. So we will spotlight her, or is she in? So she's not in to join us at this moment, if I'm
No, she's in
understanding.
school. Yes, she's in school right now.
She's in school. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Noted, noted. All right. We can always make change. Change is good, isn't it? We can adapt to change. And it would have been, I always say the young voices, and we will share her presentation. But as we come to the end of our first day opening, I always love first days because it's one of the shortest days that we have. But it brings us together in the collective as we actually officially launch the 16 days, because it will be the next 16 days until December 10. And on each day, we've just started with the appetizer. And we can only tell you that it's going to be a full course meal a la carte. Each day is set for different palates, but you will leave feeling and full, and your heart will be full. Each day will bring global voices, different time zones, different regions, different voices. But what we can say to have you look forward to, day 2, if Mamacita, if you can bring up the day 2 so that they know what to look forward to. Day 2 is going where we go to the root cause of violence, because we believe in order for us to come to a solution, we have so many questions. Why is gender-based violence a pandemic that seems to have no vaccine in sight? And one could say and argue, we have marched, we have beat the drum, we have raised our voices, but no solution is in sight. And I want to change that narrative and say, no, there's hope. Hope for a better day. Hope for a day where we will see women will be called by their names, not by the way they look. Hope where women will be seen as equals. Hope for the young girl not to have her dreams deferred, but for her to rise and to be whatever she chooses to be. Those are the questions that lie deep within us, lie deep within our bellies, lie deep and embedded in our hearts. But we say the time is now. So we go back because we believe that nobody is born violent. So we have to go back to the fundamental basics where it all starts, what shapes us. So tomorrow we look at family and domestic violence, breaking the cycle. We have Miss Janice Cummings, who's going to be giving us a workshop. So you want to come ready to write, come ready with questions. The first session tomorrow, she will be leading a workshop on family and domestic violence, the causes, looking at those things that we dare not talk about. Then we have great presenters from Kenya, Yasmin, Jep Chumba, I hope I'm saying it right, and my sister all the way from Tanzania, Lilian Mugushi, and they will be here to impart, to inform, and where we look and dissect family and domestic violence. Like we said, we have to go back to the root. In order for us to look and dissect and head on with and deal with the elephant in the room, we can no longer keep silent or cover, because many a time from the different cultures we come from, we are told whatever happens at home, it stays at home. We have normalized what is abnormal, and we are saying it's time to change the narrative. It's time to dismantle what we know as normal. And again, please hear me. So I am not saying that our cultures are wrong. I'm not saying that our traditions are not all right, but I am saying culture does evolve over time. It's dynamic. We have to appreciate the change, but we have to go back into the family, because charity begins at home. This is where you mold the future men. This is where you mold the future women. So together as a community, we then raise these boys and girls. So we have to go back to those norms, those socially constructed norms. Men, as we know in our families, are supposed to be the custodians of not only the family fabric, the social fabric, but the community. But who better? Who better? I dare not say. So you cannot afford to miss day 2. That's what we have in store for you. But before we leave, I want to take this moment. If you can all kindly share what your views and thoughts were in the chat about day 1, we would appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us a line in the chat, and I promise we'll get back to you. But before we leave, I want to take this moment to acknowledge to all of you once again. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules. To all our amazing speakers today, thank you. So much was taken, so much was given. We hope to meet you on day 2, and we are challenging you to walk a total of 50 kilometers, 50 miles during the 16 days. We acknowledge that you need to stay healthy and keep high energy during these 16 days. There'll be days that will be hard. There'll be moments we'll cry and laugh together in the struggle. So we want you. Your way of raising awareness is by wearing your orange t-shirt and taking a walk every single day. Let it be a reminder to you that you are light, you are the hope. And if you can bring hope to one girl, one boy, one woman, one man, one community at a time, then our job will be done. Together we can. Divided, we fall. But as a collective, we will, and we can. Thank you. Adios, au revoir, till then. Thank you. Mamacita, did I leave any announcements? Linda, any announcements?
No, everything is good.
All right. So it is goodbye
Thank
till
you, everybody.
Till then. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone, for all the information and your time and everything. Thank you so much. Meet you tomorrow again. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Bye.